welcome to a brand new episode of Drag the Lake. I'm one of your hosts, Andy Melfreen. I'm about to sneeze. Fuck. Oh, god damn it. Dude, I've been getting my ass raped by bees. And also, cedar feeder's been affecting me. Those are two separate statements. How are you doing, Pat?
Pretty good, buddy. How about well, you already just answered, so you're not doing great. I'm doing much better than you. Y'all motherfuckers don't be taking a daily allergy medicine, do you?
Here's the thing about that. I do. It's just fucking gay as fuck out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It also medicine doesn't work, but it does, but it doesn't. So it's
Well,
yeah.
Well, no. I mean, I don't mean like taking allergy medicine every day. I mean like the daily one that's supposed to like
Does
build
daily
up.
mean? I was gonna say, does daily mean something different now?
Well, I can take cupcakes every day, but like
Yeah,
that
but you
doesn't make it
said
medicine.
you said daily allergy medication. I go, I don't mean take it every day. So I'm confused what words mean right now.
Yeah, instead of taking a allergy medicine that you're allowed to take every 4 to 6 hours every day, you would take one that you're only meant to take once a day. That's a daily dose. So a daily dose would be once a day.
Yeah, I am doing that.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
What about the spray shit?
I'm doing all that. It just shit sucks ass. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, shit just sucks fucking ass. I also think too, where I live, there's just a lot more grass and all this other shit. Cause I notice like every time I've been like blocked the fuck up, it's been a real haymaker of an existence. And then when I go closer to the city, it seems to clear up. I think I've been
there must be trees in your area. Yeah.
The nasal spray. Well, you know what I think set it the fuck off is I was letting my backyard go pretty bad. And so I finally mowed my backyard on like Monday or Tuesday. And I noticed that's when it really starts to like butt fuck me. Like that was like the last time I had a crazy allergy attack in New Jersey. Is dude, it was crazy because like normally I was fine at my job and then I go to work and I noticed they're doing all the grass around the building. And it was like one of the first times I usually like that like toxic male energy of not wanting to feel like a pussy usually overrides any decision I have to like go home from work early or whatever the fuck. But I was getting so butt fucked by allergies that I was like, dude, I think it's I don't think I ended up leaving work early, but I was like telling my boss, I was like, it's dangerous for me to be on these forklifts right now. I was like, I can't see.
Yeah. If it's so bad that it's actually bothering, like I didn't really have, at least I didn't. This is actually a lifelong argument that I've had with Dominique. Pretty much the whole time we've been together.
Is it about where you start measuring it?
No, that's been established. We start at the tip of the ball of my foot.
I was gonna make that joke. I was like, we start at my heel.
We start at the middle of my asshole, and that's where we start. But that's where the skin starts. But no, we do.
That's actually the dick meat skin actually starts on the back of the ass. So technically, that's where you should start measuring.
It's technically, the length of my body because it's all one piece of skin. So it's not separate pieces of skin. We're all one piece.
Yeah, but I just not to be rude. You just sound very fucking stupid right now. I'm not trying to be rude. You just sound really fucking stupid.
You just sound like you're inexperienced. That's all it is.
No. I'm not saying you're a dumb fuck. I'm just saying this is what a dumb fuck would say. But I'm not saying you are one.
You're not dumb. You just are saying a lot of stuff that dumb people would. So
you just have the characteristics of the stupidest person I've ever met. Not saying you are that.
But there was a where like when I was growing up, because like, this is what I always said, like I don't really have allergies. But then there'd be days every once in a while where I'd be like, man, damn it, I'm getting sick. I can feel it coming. I can feel that little tickle in my throat, and I'm sneezing and everything, but I don't feel anything else. And then like the next day or something, I would feel totally fine. And I'm like, that's weird. I guess I just don't get sick. That was allergies. I was being an idiot. But when we got to PA, I actually realized, oh shit, like it was way worse there because I wasn't used to the shit in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was discovering, oh shit, I'm allergic to this, or like I have this. So I started taking allergy medicine. This idiot, fucking. So like look, I'm not saying I'm the smartest fucking guy in the world, but there are some things that I do figure out over time. And that was one of them where I was like, hey, if you're sneezing a lot and it only happens every once in a while and then it just kind of goes away, most likely from my experience, I would have to say that's probably allergies. And every single time, brother, it's been our whole marriage where she'll have this crazy sneezing attack, crazy. Oh, my eyes are itching. Oh, all this other shit. And I go, maybe it's allergies.
Yeah.
And I swear to God and you and everybody watching, Chuck Norris himself,
Jesus Christ, Buddha,
brother,
Muhammad,
whatever one you want to say. I'll draw them. I'll draw whatever one you want, and I'll tell you
whoever the Jewish God is, the devil, whatever it is. I'm just
Henry Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein, whatever.
I'm just kidding. The Jews. It was a joke. The Jews.
But she goes, "Oh no, I don't think it's allergies." She goes, "I think it's just something in the air." And I said, "Yeah, allergens."
How is there not a
That's
Netflix
allergens, pollen.
How's there not a Netflix documentary about you guys?
Brother, this is fucking. What are you talking about? That's exactly what allergies are. It's stuff in the air, dummy.
I would make a potential marriage ending statement if she said it's not allergens, it's stuff in the air.
If you said that to me, I would try my hardest to pick you up and spear you through a window on the third floor.
It would just be
what are you talking about?
It would be one of those. It would be one of those Japanese action films where someone gets picked up and then they start running and you just get thrown through about 4 or 5 walls.
Yeah, you'd hear.
It would just turn into The Raid.
Yeah, I wouldn't stop hitting her. It's crazy, but so and this is kind of then it's kind of now it's kind of a joke with us. We have fun. Hey, maybe it's allergies, but like last time she got fucking mad at me. She goes, why is it every time you don't believe me? And I go, why is it every time you don't believe me? 100 times in a row, every single time I suggest that it's allergies, and you 100% no, it's not. But not ever once have you tried to take fucking allergy medicine. And maybe that might help. And then God forbid I would be right about one fucking thing. Jesus Christ. Lady, stuff in the air. When she goes, no, you're wrong. It's actually the exact same thing you said. I just figured it out. No.
Oh, that's so fucking funny.
Any man does that to me, I'm going to slap you in the mouth. What are you talking about? Stuff in the air. Yeah, allergens.
Saying it's stuff in the air is crazy.
To disagree with me and then say the exact same thing as me is nuts. Has been my marriage. It's crazy. She's got to fact check me, but only by her opinion. Her fact checking system is, I'm pretty sure what you just said is bullshit. Beep 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 beep. Yeah, it's bullshit. Hey, you didn't Google anything. You didn't look anything up to double check any of that. Yeah, but I can feel it. You're wrong. So
I've been there. Well, I've been there before too with Steph, where we'll have a conversation and she laughs about it. We poke fun at it, but like we'll have a conversation and then like I'll always point out, I go like, hey, I'm not saying you can't disagree with me. It was the immediacy that you disagreed with.
It's how confident you are in disagreeing with me when I just say, I think it could be this because of a process of elimination and also living with you for double-digit years.
My thing was like, why was there not a moment of considering what I said?
Yeah. Why didn't you just go, huh? Yeah. Like it's fucking crazy. It's insanity to me that you would go immediately to no. Like she like as I'm finishing my sentence, she's like, no. Like, okay. What is it, genius? No,
it's stuff in the air, dude.
It's just like stuff like it's probably like a lot of the cat fur and probably some of the dust and stuff. And I think it's also some of the things that are coming off of the trees and out there and like blowing around in the wind. And I go, maybe you're right. Maybe that's what you should. I just have to make it. I have to just make it her come up with the. It's like dealing with Trump. I have to make it feel like it's your idea for her to go like. I go, yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe it is something in the air. Let's go ask the pharmacist. What should we do if stuff in the air is bothering you and making you sneeze? What would we call that?
Yeah. It's also another thing too, where like people say stuff and then I sit here. This is my burden of being like autistic and overly analytic and shit like that, where I go like, people will say a thing, and then I'll sit there and I go, well, based off of your actions, I don't believe that you believe that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, so let's take the info in. You don't think it's allergens, but you think it's stuff in the air.
What's stuff in the air?
So why? Yeah. So what's stuff in the air? And then it's like, well, if it's not allergens or pollen, it has to be like dirt and stuff. And it's like, why are you not frantically cleaning up? Why are you not a literal germaphobe right now?
Yeah. Any of these things. It's been so long, and you're just like, damn it. Why do I out of nowhere every once in a while, like around springtime?
Yeah.
And I have seasonal allergies when like the seasons change and shit like that. Like I feel like that's when I have it. Like I experience it the most.
That's when I get it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
One would venture to guess then if a thing happens all the time
around the same time as a season.
You don't. Well, no, not even that. Not even that. I'm just saying, broadly speaking, say a thing happens all the time, and then you complain about that thing, and then you proceed to not change any bit of your behavior.
Yeah.
It's almost like you want to complain.
Yeah. Sounds like you're asking for it. What were you wearing when the air changed?
What were you wearing when there were particles in the air?
I'm not saying you're not a victim. I'm saying that we can find a solution to this to where you don't have to wonder anymore. And we can just go, yeah, it's that. Hey, we did it. Look at that. We did it. Hey, partnership.
Oh, man.
Marriage. We trust each other. I'm not poisoning you. It's just fucking allergy medicine. Take a pink pill. Try this one. Try this and see if it feels better. And then she's just like, huh, I must have just naturally felt better. We're around the same time you gave me that pill. you just can't give me a fucking win, can you? Like I guarantee that's what it'll end up being.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the chip on Pat's shoulder.
Brother,
I get it.
When she said stuff in the air, I like legitimately like clenched my fist, like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, dude. Stuff in the air.
You're wrong. It's stuff in the air.
I gotta give it to you. Stuff in the air is crazy. Pat, I've been very critical of you over the years. Like, I didn't see eye to eye on the cheese incident.
I can't. Like, that's why the cheese incident is what it is. It's because of stuff in the air.
There's things that I may have seen your viewpoint. I didn't agree with your intensity. Stuff in the air, though, is crazy.
It's crazy. I'm surprised I'm not coming at you from a fucking jail cell right now. Like, I felt justified. Like, Your Honor, she said no. It was stuff in the air, and he goes,
"Oh man,
okay, yeah, case dismissed. Yeah, you're free to go."
He just says that. You say stuff in the air, and then the bailiff pulls his gun out and just starts going, bam, 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 bam.
Ma'am, we're holding you in contempt of court.
I've never heard something so devoid of logic. Bam, 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 bam. Stuff in the air is wild,
it's so crazy to me, man.
Not to be that guy, by the way, but that's a really funny bit. That could definitely. Stuff in the air can definitely be a bit. What were you gonna say?
I got a positive note though. I laundered some money while we were. I was at Walmart.
What?
And I got some cracks to pack for us.
Oh, you said laundered some money. I was like,
money laundering for me is where I basically spend money on things I want at the grocery store, so my wife doesn't know.
Oh yeah,
that's how I get back. So I'll go like, use the joint Fortnite gift card. I mean, she's not gonna know that it's $8.99, a little bit more on the total price of groceries.
Yeah,
she won't itemize the receipt. But if I just buy just these,
every time she says stuff in the air, you're like, oh, okay. So you're saying you want that's 2 packs from the joint account, bitch.
That's what you get.
That's what you get, bitch. Yeah, but I'm only gonna do it a small amount so you don't notice. Because I'm a man.
Every once in a while, I'll go, you know what? I'm gonna buy this V-Bucks for myself because I'm worth it. But the $8.99 one, not the other one, because I don't want to get caught.
I don't want it to be like too noticeable. Yeah, that's right.
It was on sale.
Yeah, that's right. I'll put $14.50 extra on for me, bitch.
If I just buy V-Bucks from the V-Bucks store, then she'll find out. She'll go, "What's this charge for Epic Games?" I'll go, "I don't know. We should probably cancel that card."
She's just looking at you like, "Hey, where's the vegetables this week?" And you're holding playing cards like, "What?
What?
What?"
There's a guy giving these away in the parking lot. I'm gonna have to magic beans this situation. I sold the vegetables for magic cards.
No, you're doing a whole fucking magic beanstalk thing. Now you become stuff in the air looking for.
I don't. By the way, I don't even know if these are. This says guaranteed foil in every pack, but I don't know if that's.
Well, yeah, you'll get a foil, but that doesn't guarantee it's going to be like a big deal or anything. Because there's some,
and it's got you on the front, so I figured. I was like, "Oh, is that Andy's cards?"
Come on, man! Fuck!
Look at Andy, guys.
Damn it!
See, Andy featured. This is his big break, guys. Andy was featured on Magic the Gathering, but he's got my bong though. I let him. I didn't agree
to such a wicked roast sesh, dude. Stop.
It's a good thing I switched that mirrored image. That wouldn't have made sense.
That wouldn't have made sense. Yeah, it would have been like, that's not me, Pat. That's backwards.
So, Pat's petty shopping trip got us some cards.
I want. God, you know what's funny? I went to Target yesterday and I was looking at cards and I was like, "This is gonna be a waste. I'm wasting my money right now. I have to like buy other things." And now I'm like,
that's when you saw the second set of footprints and you said, "Pat, waste your money."
Well, then I realized I was like, I should go get in a fight with Steph.
Yeah.
Why didn't I just get in a fight with Steph? I wanted cards. I should go fight her.
You would have felt justified, and then you would have been like, "You know what? I think I was right. I earned this."
I wanted to. So you guys are very aware. We should say hi to the chat, by the way.
Oh, hi.
Saint Ivan first. Most dope is. I'm back from seeing Matt Rife. Great show. Most dope is just constantly testing us.
Just right now.
Nah, yeah, right. He's like Matt Rife was doing a fucking early show. Matt Rife is probably a decent hang. Maybe he'll let you touch his chin.
I've heard a lot of nice things about Matt Rife, but it's all from people that work for Matt Rife. so I go like, yeah, I think Colton's a great guy. No, I actually do think Colton's a great guy, or I wouldn't work for him. So I haven't heard anything negative about him, except for people's opinion of his comedy. And that's, I feel like, just me.
Well, it's also too, there's certain like Matt Rife does remind me too, where because I think a lot of the comedy community is sort of locked in on it, where it's like, yeah, he's not, like he's not like the comedian's comedian or anything, you know what I mean?
He's a performer.
But he doesn't like he doesn't have any he doesn't have any big no-nos about him, you know what I mean? It's not like he steals jokes or he does anything like that. And everyone and then you see his audience and you're like, oh yeah, it's all like girls and stuff. And most dope.
He's a funny, charming fella. And
he makes girls happy. And
you know what I've learned the most since being actually here at in Austin and just
the alphabet?
No, not yet. I'm up to N. You didn't like the word I picked for it, and I was like,
"What? You stop." You got to N. You're like, no. I've heard about those. No more letters.
That's the dictionary one.
No more letters.
I can't do the N words. No,
I got beat up for this one. No more letters.
But there like is, man, because I trained a little bit on the board at the creek to like run sound for shows and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And two things. Everybody has their own opinion on what the ending announcements should be. Every single person, every employee there at the creek says like, no, say this. No, say this. No, say this. So like I had to actively read on microphone on Friday, and that was very nerve-wracking. But the second thing I learned was,
ladies and gentlemen, please be patient with me.
Please, I'm sorry. I
have to read 2 sentences.
If you haven't closed, no, wait. Your server. Wait, hold on. No. Sit down. I'm not done.
Give your server a tab. What? Do we have tab?
We're giving them a tab. But I that, and also like most comics around here, like it's like, brother, it's crazy to me who is considered to be like a phenom. And also, I will say this. I want to say this real quick.
Phenom.
It's just like the people that are like, this guy's hilarious, this person, and it's just like everybody is. I mean, everybody is exactly the same, and it is crazy. And the amount of sets and reps that most comics do out in this area, and I'm talking about from open micer. I did a show where there was like bucket pulls, and there was like featured comics. I
Yeah.
did one that was all like featured 20-minute sets, all these things. Everybody is basically at the same skill level here. And no matter how many sets you do, I don't understand this, because when I was doing like multiple mics a week, like going out doing shows every weekend, all this shit, like on my like peakest peak of doing stand-up, the most I was ever doing, I could stop at 5 minutes on a dime. I could, if you said it's 5 minutes, you give me the light, I know exactly how much. My inner clock was perfect. Brother, inner clocks here are the fucking worst. It doesn't make any sense to me how many times people go, did I get the light? Did you see the light? You're at 17 minutes. I'm supposed to light you at 18. What are you doing? You're one of the featured comedians.
Pat, I got nothing for you because I'm everything you're describing.
Really? Even when you're humming and you're like,
I have next to no internal. Like, I mean, if I'm getting no light and I know I'm told to do 20, like if I didn't get a light and someone told me to do 20 minutes, I would hit a moment where vaguely I'd be like, this has to be it. You know what I mean?
Like even to audibly, like literally ask and like go like, huh? Did it like, no.
Well, it'd be
like, all. You don't know what 20 minutes feels. You really don't. And I don't mean this to. I guess I didn't realize that you were one of these people, but you don't necessarily.
Yeah, but you also got to consider the moment. Like if I'm, no disrespect to the boys like at Nard Bar, but like I'm not even hesitating to, like if I have the urge to go like, did I get the light yet? I'm not even hesitating.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, if I was doing a feature spot
at a paid show, yeah.
Like if I was doing a featured spot at like the Mothership or something, I'm getting off early before I go like, did I get the light yet? Or you know what I'm saying? It's
there's those unspoken things that we can do that go like, all right, well, I guess I'll end on. One person goes, I don't know what I'm at, but I'll end on this at like 16 minutes. And then it ended up blowing 2 lights.
That's fascinating.
And it's crazy to me that like that is even a possibility.
What's even funnier at the Creek
like the lack of professionalism.
What's even funnier at the Creek is there's a clock in the back of the room.
Yeah. Well, and there, not only that, but also like, you know where the light's coming from. And I guess that's
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you miss the light like that, there is a thing of like, yo, walk out on stage, look like, you know what it is? Like when I first started, you probably remember I had that set where we were doing Philly's Funniest and I had never been it was at Helium Comedy Club. I'd never been on a comedy club stage. And also to be fair, I don't know how it is now because I haven't performed at Helium in a while, but like, to be fair, if you're not aware of where the light is, there's like a bajillion lights on stage. And then the light that they give you is like a soft red light. So if you're not like looking for it, it's like easy to miss it. And I did. And when you're doing Philly's Funniest and you miss the light, they turn your microphone off. But the thing about turning your microphone off is when it's in the hand of a everything bad happens to me guy with that mindset, I go, well, the mic broke during my set. Like I'm not picking up.
I'll muscle through this. Anyway.
Let me just be. And then, so you do that because you think you're doing the right thing.
You're trying to salvage whatever. Yeah.
You're trying to salvage. And then maybe there's literally people from the audience going, they turned your mic off. And I'm going like, shut up.
Yeah.
But no,
they wouldn't do that.
And if you take that to its logical ending, they turn all the lights in the room off on you, and then you're 2 years in, and then you have a panic attack the whole ride home.
Yeah.
But
that's 2 years in. You know what I mean? Like this is not.
No. What I'm getting at is because of stuff like that. That's That's why I love the Creek, how they have the clock in the back room, because it's like, if you don't like me, that's fine. The second I walk on stage, I look at that clock. I just see what time it is. Because it's like, I think the problem is certain comics aren't good at like multitasking. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, while I'm talking, and I'm not even like consciously doing it, but it's like, while I'm talking, I'm thinking of like, what's next? What's the next part of this joke? Oh, this joke's going pretty well. Should I go into this joke well, it's like, this joke's going well and the audience is on board with my vibe. Then I'll go into this joke and it's like, okay, the joke's doing okay, but they're not completely on my vibe. So I might go into this joke then.
Yeah, it
And
can
it's
throw
like,
your
you're
timing
doing,
off. Yeah.
yeah, you're like doing all this fucking multitasking. So to be able to like go up and not be self-aware of that stuff, and then to also like, not care. Cause it's like, it's one thing if you're kind of like, you're kind of like doing a lot of shit and the Creek's sort of your workout room. I could see that. But
Yeah.
even then though,
I look, and I'm not saying this just to say like, oh, you suck. What I'm saying is like that. What if there's any difference between an open micer comic and a professional comic? It's like, you got to have some kind of skill or presence or performing abilities that aren't just if somebody went up there and started telling a story. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it was just like, if you have that, if you are just working on something, I get that too. But like, one person, and I'm not here to talk shit about. I don't think it's any particular comics, anything. I noticed it through open micer. Well, most of the open micers in this area only have 3 minutes tops of material.
They couldn't possibly go longer than that.
That's all they're allowed to do, and that's all they've ever perfected. So there's like 3 minute comics, and then there's 3 minute comics, and then 25-minute comics. But there's only 3 minute sets and 20-minute sets. So why are you still doing 20? Like, just assume. And one comic even said like, hey, I'm running a little late. I do you think I can go a little bit earlier? I said, yeah, go talk to the host. It should be fine. They went 7 minutes over. 7 minutes over. They weren't crushing. I understand if you're rolling, if you're fucking, or even trying to salvage a set. I've had those ones where I'm like, at the end of it, I want to be like,
oh, I've done that.
I really, really wanted to end on a laugh, and I tried 3 different times.
Yeah,
it's not happening. You guys don't like me.
No, goodbye. I've done that. I've done that plenty of time where like you got the light and you should leave, but you didn't get a laugh. And honestly, too, if like I'm on a showcase, it's sort of for the benefact. What am I trying to say? It's I'm sort of trying to
it's beneficial to.
Yeah, I'm trying to be. What was I trying to say? It's sort of to the benefit of, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's to the benefit of the comic after me, where it's like, if I end on a fucking meh, it's like, I've literally just made that guy or girl's job harder than it needed to be. Mm-hmm. So like, I'll steal an extra minute. I'll steal an extra minute but yeah. Well, that's also too, like, you got to remember, that's been the like age-old problem of comedy in general. Like I remember, when I first got into comedy and you're listening to every fucking podcast, you just know through listening to the podcast who are the New York comics or whatever that like, oh, when they go up, like that was always the thing. That was always the thing with I remember hearing about like Chris Rock at the Cellar, is like the first time he comes, you're like, oh my God, Chris Rock's there. And then the wait staff after a certain point just like dreads Chris Rock coming in, because he'll go up at the end and just do like 40 minutes, and they'll have to stay like 30 minutes later than they would have. And so that's been like an age-old problem in stand-up in general.
That's my issue is, if anything makes this a profession, you have to distinguish ourselves between us and like other like public speakers or just regular people. If you just go up there and you ramble and you keep going and you go like, I have no idea what's going on up here. Did I get a light? How long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
Well, it's I
understand to comment on it, but like that person never knew whether I did multiple times with them, and every time it wasn't just part of it. I had to hear every time you had to pretend like you just thought of this idea. I had to hear every time you pretended like you just thought of this rebuttal. But well,
to be fair though, that's part of the game. I
hate the fourth wall.
What?
I hate the curtain. You know what I mean? Like the We
Yeah,
all know
but
what's happening.
yeah, but well, that kind of contradicts what you're saying though, is like, because you're kind of getting mad at the nonchalant nature of it. So like the level of professionalism is saying that bullshit of like, this happened last week, to just create a false sense of like flow and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Well, and that's what I'm saying is I now that I've seen it more than once, I know that so like if you were to go like, what time am I at? Oh shit, okay, so I'll close on this. And you end at like 1957 both sets. I know like that is respectful. But if
Yeah,
you do it and you go like, well, I don't know where I'm at. Where am I? At like both separate times and both separate sets and both
yeah.
separate things. Like and that just makes me feel like you actually don't know where you are.
Well, I think the
And you said, and maybe you should focus on that thing. These like when I was like dedicated, it's like you got to film every set. Don't put your hand up here. Don't do this. Don't walk over here. Stop. Don't breathe so much into the mic. Put it over here. When you do louder, put it out here.
seriously,
Those
stop
are like
breathing so heavy.
yeah, seriously, Pat. Stop
Yeah.
putting your hand over your mouth. Are you having a hard time breathing?
Is
Stuff
that
like
how do we? It's not even that close. How do we hear you? You are breathing very heavy.
I have the gain on 2. I don't understand how we could hear anything from you.
The mic
So-
is not near you whatsoever.
But I don't. Those are the things that like if you're performing, those are the things that you're supposed to be like perfecting is the performance part of it. And
I think
and everybody here seems to be very, very like either unskilled or just inconsiderate in their performances.
well,
And it's
we live
kinda
in a
like,
town of Peter Pans, Patrick.
everybody's a Peter Pan here.
Everyone's a
Everybody.
little. I mean, we're even guilty of it to a degree.
Huh?
You know what I mean? We're both. I'm wearing
I'm wearing cargo shorts and I'm almost
yeah.
40.
I'm wearing sweatpants from a metalcore band that hasn't been a thing for 6 years. You know what I mean?
6 years, really? Already? Damn.
Yeah, I think they broke up in 2020. When did they break? Actually, I think it was pre-COVID. Fuck.
Damn, was it really pre-COVID? No.
I don't-
No. That I think the trouble started because I remember they did
All right,
the
slow
telethon,
down. Oh no, you're right. Yeah, it was 2022. Is when
but it
they
was not
broke.
long after that. Yeah. That
No,
sucks.
I was pissed too because they were about to go on tour with or I did they wait a minute. They were about to go on tour with Under Oath.
Their like last
And I was
I think was like where like Keith didn't make a couple shows and they had to do like they were doing vocal. It was a really rough last tour.
yeah,
if I
no,
remember.
they were the beginning of 2022. They're supposed to do another tour, and it was going to be with Under Oath, and it was going to be very sick. And I don't think they actually started that one. I also think we're finding out that working the board of a comedy show is the worst thing ever.
It's the worst. It fucking sucks so bad.
Yeah, like having to, because I think about that all the time. Like, I remember during one of the open mics, I was at the Creek and there was like an open mic going on, and I'm getting another beer, and I'm like, I'm here. Like, they're just, it's the year-end comic where it's just like, oh, so you're telling me comedy is screaming slurs? It's like one of those. It's one of those sets, and I just look at the bartender just standing there, and I go, "This has to bartending during an open mic might be one of the. It seems like one of the worst jobs to ever have to do."
And you know what it literally is. I heard a one of the more experienced comics do a joke that I was like, that's like an open micer comic, but the people loved it. And that's the thing is if you're on Kill Tony and you do it like you're saying and you scream the slurs and stuff like that, people will go like, yeah, I like him. I think it's funny. But then you go bucket pull, same set. And the person comes out and goes like they know that you don't know them. They know that they're about to say rape or the N-word or something crazy that they feel they must do.
Yeah.
And then you just go like, okay, do it. And then people go like, that's crazy. That's really offensive. And like, it's the same set you just heard from the other guy. You just like him. You like the other guy. And he did almost the same jokes. So it's all it's just subjective. It's like legitimately comedy is subjective. That's why I don't understand why it's so competitive, because legitimately you can bust your ass and be like the most skilled performer in the world and people don't give a fuck. And then if you just have like some kind of mental or physical disability, and then you just say, but you go like, my girlfriend's a fucking bitch, and they go
Well, I think it's so competitive because like so many people in it are legitimately so bad, like not that good. Like because if you, a lot of like that was sort of the thing that fucked me up with comedy is like I was hoping it was going to be much more of a like a meritocracy, and it is for like there's a lot of people that are very funny that work really hard and stuff like that. But then also in the mix, you see that there are a lot of people in comedy who are successful, who are like, and like we're not exactly in those same spaces, but I still see it where
Yeah.
it's like there's a lot of people who are like you see them and you're like, you're at best, you're fine. But there is this ecosystem where it creates a bit of like a vibe, a certain vibe on certain people, and a lot of people are way more interested in that. A lot of people just go and they're like, okay, who's the cool guy, who's been anointed, who's been like, who am I told is the cool guy right now, and
Yeah.
like though, and like way more people, like dude, because there's there's I remember I was talking to someone about it recently. There was like one of the dudes who's like anointed as like one of the guys, and I'm watching him. I think I told you about this. I was talking about it the other day when we were all hanging out post Big Titty Brawl. I
Mhm.
was saying I was watching the guy and I was like, it's not just that he's like bad, it's like he doesn't understand how to structure a joke. And it's
Yeah.
like very clear and obvious, like watching it. Anything about stand-up, it's very clear and obvious. You're like, he doesn't know how to structure a joke. But then like so you'd think it'd be one thing, like, okay, yeah, online, he can do his thing and get like, make money and do this and that. But when you're actually at the show, people are gonna be like, oh, this guy sucks ass. But then you're like watching the crowd and it's like they're losing their fucking mind, and you're like, what is this? Is
Yeah.
this like like they like people need to think we're fucking like losers again. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
not just like not
We're
like
not supposed to be cool.
yeah, it's like I don't know exactly who's at fault for that or whatever the fuck, but like I'm starting to realize like comedies, like I think people think comedians are cool, and it's like we really need to knock that off. You know what I mean? Because it really like
You can't take us serious. Like you can't take people in comedy seriously. We're not.
or what I'm more getting at is like the like you see it more in Austin, like even in New York, like that's where I'll give like New York audiences props, where like they're used to celebrities. They're used to celebrities. So it's like if Chris Rock comes on stage, they'll be like, oh my God. But then once they kind of like get into the mix, they'll be like, all right, like what do you fucking tell a joke? You know what I mean? Like they're not, but then I've seen audiences like you'll be at the creek or whatever, and then certain people will do like a drop in, and then you'll see like the audience go like it's there's like a huge reaction to the celebrity of everything, and then you're
Yeah.
like then you watch the set, and I'm not trying to be a hater or nothing, but you watch the set and then you hear the reaction and you go, oh, the celebrity carries a
Mhm.
lot more down here than it
Yeah.
does in other areas.
It's the influence. It's the thing of like, hey, you guys might have seen him on Netflix, and then like at the point where you have to go like, you have to say something specifically. But then once they go like, you've seen him, his nickname is the blah blah blah, and you're like, oh, I do know this guy. You hear that gasp, and you're like, that's cool. It's cool that you get excited to see a comic that you like, and that that you're excited to see. But it's the when I'm hearing the things he's saying and the lack of structure and the lack of anything else, and then you guys are going like eating it up. It's giving it's. And I'm not even saying this. I used to say shit like this, where and I have amended it. It's giving the wrong impression of what comedy is. No, that's just one version of comedy. But I can recognize this is not a material based killing. This is we're excited to be here, and you didn't bomb killing.
Yeah.
This was a
We're
thing
just
of like,
happy.
I'm waiting
Well,
for you to be done so I can try to like get a picture with you or try to meet you and go like, I saw you this like, and that's
and I
and there's
will
I've
can
been
I
that guy too. That's fine.
no, yeah, I definitely have been that guy back in the day. But I will say this, that I don't know though. I remember like meeting like, dude, if you suck ass, that really does change my perspective on you. You know what I mean? Like, because I remember, I mean, I don't know who would have been a bigger comedy fan when I first got into stand up and shit like that. Like, I fucking started the Legion of Skank subreddit. Like, I was the biggest comedy fucking fan. I've listened to like every O&A that they have on YouTube, all that shit. And I even remember there'd be like certain comics. There'd be certain comics that like I was obsessed with, and then I did shows with them, and then I'd talk to them, and then I'd be like, you start to realize you're like, oh, you're as gay as everyone you shit on podcasts and stuff like that, and like that would just, you know what I mean? Like I try not to, I've learned too that like I would let one infraction affect my perspective on people, and I've tried to be better about that, but it would still like hurt, you know, my perception of you over time. You know, maybe I was putting on, but fuck, I had another thought I wanted to say. I can't. Oh yeah. Well, I will say this though, because I think also like you see it with like podcasting being so popular, and then I started noticing it with like, you know, as an influencer now, I started noticing it with like the type of material I was posting on my social media that was doing better. And it's like there is in you know, in the day and age of AI and every business you go to, it's like it's not a matter of like, hey, let's get you the best product. It's like, let's see how much money we can fuck out of you and shit like that. Like there's people are just starved for, you know, something genuine. And I really do, you know, and then a lot of times it's like those comics aren't being genuine. They're just selling you a character they like. And it's like, you know, it's like we're in an era, we're in a much more like character driven era. If that makes any sense.
No,
It's not,
that's
because
what
I
we were
do.
talking about after the brawl was like it's all just character based, and that's fine too. That's comedy. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's still something. But as far as stand up comedy is a thing. It has a definition for a reason. It's a thing
Yeah.
where you know what I mean, like that where if you
No,
go
I
up
know
and you want to
that's
be wackety schmackety or what's the pizza guy or whatever, you know, and I'm not saying this like be Tony Pepperoni, right? Isn't that his name?
Tony. You're probably, yeah, Tony Pepperoni is the one guy. There's also, you're also might be thinking of Timmy No Breaks.
Timmy No Breaks. Yeah, Timmy No
Yeah,
Dice,
because like I
whatever
would
it is. Like
watch.
you just continued. It's
No,
because again, Dice Clay is a character. That's a thing where he was doing
yeah,
that. Larry the Cable Guy. We've done it before, and I'm sure many, and definitely for sure with Larry the Cable Guy and Andrew Dice Clay, there was a lot of pushback. But there are jokes. They're doing stand-up comedy in that character. So they're doing material. They're not just free associating in a character. They're doing bits. So like that's the other thing that is it can't just be I came up with this character and I do a voice and I dress silly. And then you know what I mean? Like you have to keep going. Timmy No Breaks, I
well,
think, has done it well in the sense that like
yeah,
because
because I've seen Timmy No, like I remember seeing when they were at the Garden with Tony Killmonger, whatever, nah, Kill Tony, just completely try to big time, fucking killing the guy, whatever,
yeah.
fucking kill Anthony, you know the show.
We can do that with the Flagrant podcast, but we can't do that with Kill Tony because we beat the Flagrant podcast.
We beat Flagrant. Well,
Yeah.
no, Jim Norton.
Well, Jim Norton beat us,
Jim
but
Norton
then
beat
we beat
us.
Flagrant.
So now we have to go blow his wife.
Yeah.
Which
I'm okay twist my arm.
Twist my arm. I'll blow Jim's hot wife.
Okay.
But fuck, what was I saying? Oh yeah, like with Timmy No Breaks, I will go like, you know, at first you have that thing where you're like, oh, this isn't stand up. This isn't stand up. And then you watch it and you're like, but it's funny. Like I saw him at the Sunset Strip. It's funny. If you know the character, it's like it's a good time.
It's and essentially also, too, crowd work in a character. That's totally fine.
Yeah, and also too, I don't even know if he's how long, whatever. We don't have to dissect Timmy No Breaks, but like him, like you're fun. The problem is you get these people who are like, I don't know. It's like they're not, I don't know. They're not like being a character, but they're still going about it. And it's just like all that like gay abstract shit when like, which is like fine, if you know how to tell a joke.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of that is an annoying part of Austin comedy. There's a lot of comics doing like, I'm aware that this joke is bad. And it's like, sure, but like, can you tell a good joke though? Like, could you do this 20-minute set of just good jokes and trying hard? Because that's the beef I have, is like, you know what I mean? Like, when you see, like, you'll see Kill Anthony clips, and it'll be like Shane's drunk on the panel, and some guy will be like, oh, I got married recently. And then Shane jumps in and goes, what's his name? And like, the joke is that it's a bad joke, but we're all aware that Shane can kill. So like, it's, you know, that's why it's funny when Shane does it. If you're only doing, I know it's a bad joke, it's like, well, you might just be like bad at this. Like, that's a thing I can't stand around here, is the anti-comedy comedy. It's like, I don't know, man. It shouldn't be this, like, it's all these people who want to, you know what I mean? It's like that Paul Mooney clip. Everyone want to be an N-word, but no one want to be an N-word. It's like everyone wants to be a comedian and in the mix. And then it's like, well, did you learn how to like actually do it? It's like, no, I'm just going to do this like abstract shit that distracts people from the fact that like I couldn't actually stand on my own merits. That's the shit that drives me crazy.
It's the lack of substance. It's the fact that you have all this fluff and all this other thing. And
oh, yes. Also, to his CIA clearance. That's the other reason he gets away with
it. But yeah, I think there's just it's just a strange thing where we were talking about, you know, oh, this business has no rules, but anybody with any bit of power or influence in this thing is immediately ready to give out a list of what you need to do or what should be your requirements or any of that stuff, until somebody else does something and they go, wow, he's an innovator. It's so crazy that we haven't learned that shit. But up until this point, what we call like stand-up comedy or anything is, at this point, it is giving the wrong impression with social media and shit, with everybody going like, well, I helped. Heckling is helping. And then it almost becomes, he made fun of me, everybody laughed, but I was part of it. He wouldn't have been able to do that unless I had interrupted, so I helped. And it's like, that's the impression now, is why isn't he talking to us? Why is he just talking at us? Because that's what the art of stand-up comedy was supposed to be.
Well, that's like
speak when spoken to, otherwise laugh and clap along with to show your approval. That's how you show your approval, not going, I don't like that.
Well, that's like a bigger, like, that's like a broader conversation of people just being fucking losers who want to cut the line artistically. Yeah. Like, it's whenever I see people complaining, like, why didn't this show, why didn't this show include these type of characters and blah, blah, blah. And I go like, well, if you want to do that, then you can go make your own show. And then people will be like, well, I don't have exactly. You didn't put in the work. They put in the work. They get to put the characters in the show that they want to put in.
They wrote the characters. They thought of the story. They figured out how they got through all of this whole thing.
Yeah.
They wrote all of this stuff knowing probably about 60% of it was either going to get rewritten or shot differently or not shot at all. And that's why. Because they did all the work and they put it on TV and they're like, well, I'm not represented. Yeah, because you weren't a part of the project. It's not school. It's not like you can be part of the group and get credit for the whole group and not do anything. That's not how it works.
I'm glad you said I wasn't represented.
You're a glad? Are you Tony Pepperoni now? I'm a glad.
I'm a glad. I am a glad. Nope, just a dumb Italian. But no, whenever people say that, because like I do think representation is very important for children. You know, little babies that pee their pants.
I can be anything. I can be a princess. I can be you can be anything you want.
Like if you're a little kid and you go watch like wrestling, like WWE, it's cool when there's a wrestler that looks like you.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're a fucking 37-year-old fat lady, like how about you stop being a baby? You know what I mean? Like,
that's the other
thing. It's a meme. I know it's a meme online, but it's like we all watched Dragon Ball Z back in the day. None of us looked like Goku, but we were all like, Goku's the man. I want to be like Goku. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, I'm not trying to just come at girls because it's not just girls. It's also guys with girl. I'm coming on girls. No, it's like guys with dumb girl energy at the same time too. It's just like, what level of like entitled autism do you have that where you watch a TV and you go, no one looks like me?
Yeah. I don't
like,
recognize any of these people.
Are you retarded?
They're introducing new people to you. It's about finding. It's kind of. I think it's just counterproductive to how we were raised. It's like it feels like state issued like gaslighting, where like we were taught in schools, like there was like all over the place was like, be comfortable with who you are, be everybody's unique and everybody's individual, and like don't worry about trying to fit in, just be comfortable in your own skin kind of thing. And you're like, cool. And then they're like, but now if you don't call me by the predetermined thing that I decided in my head what I am,
yeah,
I'm gonna fucking get you fired. And it's just like, well, that's a big swing from where we were as kids. So I think what was indoctrinated and kind of thing of like is representation, but it's also like, no, just, I mean, you're who you are. You can be what you can be is up to you, is your potential, whatever you decide kind of thing. And like, that was the mindset we were told. But instead of that, we just switched to, nah, I need it official. I need it in writing. You can't tell me. You got to make sure that you need to verbally say that you approve of everything that I've decided. Or I will have a hissy fit at work. Yeah. And it's just kind of like overall the ideas, people's perception of reality people's perception has become reality. So people's expectations and people's perception of what is supposed to happen has become reality, and definitions mean nothing anymore. So like a stand-up comedy show can have a bunch of people who are doing improvised character work. That's not stand-up, but it is comedy. It is legitimate form of performance, but it is not stand-up comedy. Stand-up comedy has a fucking definition for a reason. That's what it is. It's like a club sandwich. A club sandwich is a club sandwich and should be a club sandwich everywhere. If I go into and I say, can I get a double cheeseburger? And you give me a plate of spaghetti, I'm going to eat that too, but I'm going to want the double cheeseburger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want what I ordered. I want stand-up comedy. So if I go to a stand-up comedy club and somebody's just going like, I'm just going to do voices. You're like, okay, was this an open mic or is this a booked show? And like, that's then we're getting into the weeds. And, we are not here to talk shop. You know what I mean? We're just here to bitch about.
Actually, can I say
annoying performers?
I will say no. Well, because when we started comedy, every podcast was like talking about the craft, and then like that got super cringe. And then now every comedian now is afraid to talk about the craft. And then you see like there's a lot of comics out there trying to be funny, but then when you watch them, you go like, do you watch stand up? Do you like know? Do you know about stand-up comedy? And I go, oh, I think the podcast dropped the ball. I think I think they need to talk shop a little bit more.
One of the bucket pulls, I'm not going to say their name because I don't remember it. Was
because I don't have that info in my brain.
Legitimately, I'm not shitting you. Told this joke verbatim. Verbatim? Is that the word? Verbatim? Perbatim? Whatever. Masturbatum. He said, I don't do I do drugs. I used to do drugs, or the Mitch Hedberg joke. I used to do drugs.
Is it the Mitch Hedberg guy?
I maybe, I don't know.
Does he have long hair and sounds exactly like Mitch Hedberg?
He wasn't doing it. I didn't notice the cadence or anything like that, but he did.
Oh, okay.
But verbatim did the I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too. And I was like, and nobody laughed. And I go, we all know who did that joke originally.
Yeah, that's
crazy. If we're all comedy fans, I'm pretty sure we've all heard that joke before, and we know it's not from you.
Hitting a fucking Mitch Hedberg at an open
in a
mic
3-minute set
is crazy.
In a 3-minute set, you couldn't fill 3-minute sets of like just going like, "Whoa, here's what I think of my dick." You know what I mean? Like that's what the open micers are for the first couple years. What can I really say? And also, here's the stuff about my dick. And like we all do it. It's a passing right. But to go, hey, very popular stand-up comedian's joke. Am I right?
And it's also like the most. It's also like the most known Hedberg joke.
Yeah.
Do you know the Hedberg guy, by the way, that I was talking about?
It honestly might have been that guy,
But no,
but
no.
I just he's
Are
not
you,
doing. He doesn't have glasses and stuff like
well,
that,
no.
right?
Are you aware of the guy I'm talking about? Like he got on Kill Tony. He's got like long hair, and he just steals Hedberg's like not even just during his stand up. Like
Like
I watch podcast clips. He just tries to be Hedberg. But again, like like the comedian I was alluding to earlier, it's like Hedberg if Hedberg didn't understand joke structure. Cause like that's
no, it's not.
I
It wasn't this guy. No,
I keep
but
I
sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, I keep bringing up joke structure by the way because it's like it's just so interesting watching a lot of like a lot of younger comedians now where I go like I get intrigued where I go like where did you want to where did the need to be a comedian come from? Because again, I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of good that comes from Kill Tony, like fucking David Jolly's hilarious, Cam Patterson's hilarious, they put a lot of our friends on there. I think like there's a lot of good, but one of the bad things that comes from Kill Tony is there's a lot of these crazy people. And I don't think I'm saying anything controversial, but there's like a lot of crazy people that just want to be famous.
Mm-hmm.
And like comedy to crazy people seems like the easiest. They're like they sit there and they go like, well, I'm schizophrenic and have no talent. And then they just go like, well, I'll just try to be the most retarded, which I do really feel bad for those guys because I think they've hit the limit on just pure retarded people that can get. I think that like I think that just pure retarded people that can get famous off Kill Tony. I think that era is over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
but it's like they're not. But the people who go and put their name in the bucket aren't aware of that. They're not aware of that.
But it is just a thing where it's like everybody's looking for a big break or something like that. Where like I get the and like you said, if you are willing, I think Diedrich did it as well. He was a comic that I met through Cam.
Oh yeah, Diedrich's the fuck. Also, Diedrich fucking. I didn't realize he likes every fucking band we like.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's on He's on Kill Tony with like big ass truck hats and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
Diedrich's the fucking man, dude.
He's one of like I met him through Cam Bertrand, who I started doing comedy with in Tampa.
Oh,
forever ago.
yeah.
The black, I call him the Black Chris Rock.
Yeah, fucking.
He's very white, by the way. He also went to FAMU, which is a specifically black college. Somehow he got I believe a scholarship to FAMU
Because he did a phone interview.
But he fucking ruled. Yeah, he's the best. Yeah.
No, and it was crazy too because like he didn't he go to college and do stunts for Machine Gun Kelly at the same time.
He could. He basically, you know who's on tour with right now? Guess what? Matt Rife.
Matt Rife, I know.
Yeah.
I saw his Instagram.
Brother, it's like that's what I'm saying. So like I think if Cam likes you, I think it's cool because everybody that I've met through him has been a fucking like he's not phony.
No,
like,
I've met him. He's cool as fuck.
And that's the best thing. So like Diedrich is another one that like Kill Tony is, and I don't even know if this is even well, obviously it is because it works for him, but it's a great opportunity for comics that are more experienced that go like, okay, here's my game plan. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna make sure I have all the shit lined up to where like I'm gonna go on here, I'm gonna do a minute of material, I'm gonna try to crush it with the interview. I believe in myself. This is my opportunity. They're actually orchestrating a break for themselves, whereas other people are like, so I just come here, I sign up, and I wait, and I go up there, and they go like, anyway, so what do you think, guys? And they're only focused on like structuring it for a way to like make it. Like they're going to make them a stand-up comic. And like, no. You have to do it. Like if you don't realize after a year, and that's what you realize after years of doing it. It is sure it's reps, sure it's experience, but it's also a lot of trial and error and realizing your limitations. So like it's not just a thing of like, well, I've been doing it this long. People that do it this long, I can't believe that. It's just like what a waste. Well, you go up there for doing it for 6 months and you kill Tony, and then they're like, all right, come back next week, and they're like, oh well, I don't.
That was the minute I had.
That's all I have.
Well, I think Diedrich. I think
that's all I got.
I think Diedrich is he's sort of I don't know what the term is, but it's sort of like he's sort of like I feel like a start of a new chapter for Kill Tony, because like Kill Tony was always like in the context of like podcasts or game shows, whatever you want to call it. It was always like popular, but then it hit that moment where it was like it was this like
it became a meme of itself. Yeah, it became yeah.
Well, I remember like I always knew Kill Tony was popular, and then I just remember like years ago just randomly scrolling on YouTube, and it was like, oh, new Kill Tony is live, and I go 70,000 people watching, and like, and this just happened like I don't know if it was 6, 7 years ago, whatever it was.
During the pandemic was the shift. That shift.
It hit. Yeah, exactly. It hit a new level of popularity, which then gets a new level of fans who don't fully understand what it is. And then that's where you get the sort of like the vapid retarded guys have the opportunities to get famous and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like even how like Cam Patterson got popular. Like obviously Cam Patterson's a funny comic who no one has put in the work like Cam Patterson. If you guys are in Austin, everyone knows like Cam Patterson,
he's fucking everywhere.
he was hitting open mics that no one knew even existed. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, but like he did get popular on I Like Rocks. Like he got like, you know what I'm saying? Like not taking anything away from the guy. But
the character of him got popular, even though he does have like material and presence.
But now, but now you see what now, and like I think that era is over because that happened enough times for those like for so many people. People are tired of it, and now I think Diedrich is kind of the start of a new chapter where it's like, okay, you can have that big pop. But it's really more about like, but can you come back and do it for the next month or two? And he showed that where, you know, I don't watch Kill Tony, but, you know, I see on social media, Diedrich was posting clips every week of like the new thing he was doing on Kill Tony. And it's like, I think that's like the new era of Kill Tony right now, where it's like, you can have that good pop, but you need to be able to like show up for another month or two.
Yeah, that's the thing you have to have, and that's where the substance comes in. Like you got to make sure that you have something that you can actually add to the conversation. There's something that you can actually like, because again, I don't want to give it away. I think there's somebody on today's episode. Does it come out today? I feel this is the craziest thing. This is why I feel like such a fucking phony. Is I think I've only seen one like episode. And I didn't even watch the full thing, but it was the one that the first one Lemaire was on the panel. And I was like, but I'm not one of those guys that I don't hate it. I don't think it's useless. I didn't understand the use of Kill Tony or like you said, maybe it even just shifted. I didn't really listen to it when it started. I was aware of it, but I don't give a shit. Like, it's not like I wasn't like, ew, I'm not watching that. I just never listened to it. I just never checked it out. So like, I don't know a lot of the stuff, like the little intricacies and things like that. But when I moved here, obviously I've signed up, I think twice, but it just has such open mic vibes, and you're not even I don't like it. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of when I used to compete in either comedy competitions or jiu-jitsu competitions. It's just a lot of like standing around and waiting for your turn to go, like, and like time shift, they have to switch stuff, and like you're really nervous. It's a weird thing to say, like art, like at least in jiu-jitsu, it's a contact sport. You know what I mean? Like it's an actual, like it's actually fighting. But in like comedy, it's weird to have an art competition, in my opinion, because it is a thing where like if the room is full of black ladies, there's a chance that I can get them. Most likely I'll get them to like me, but like they're not going to connect with anything I'm saying. They may laugh at me. Or like but it has to be self-deprecating in most cases. It has to be, you know what I mean?
Are they
they're Philly black ladies. I'm picturing helium.
Okay. So like a lot of thick ladies.
Loud, thick ladies.
I'll get them. Oh, I'll get them.
I'll get them. But
no, actually,
am I going to be their favorite, or is it going to be they're here for TT the comic? And TT the comic comes out and goes, "Hey y'all," and they go, I might get second place. I might get second place. I'm not going to win that competition.
You're in your head, bro. You're in your head. You go out. You go like, oh man, I've never been with a black lady. Ooh.
Go.
I'm ready for one of you guys to change my life. And then you just go in, you'd be like, you'd go to one big lady, you'd be like, oh, dude, I don't know where the pussy starts and stops, but I'll find it. Like,
Brother.
you know what I mean? By the way, people, do you guys just see that right
Yeah.
now? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, crowd work's not a skill. I fucking crowd work by myself.
I just crowd work. Invisible people that don't actually, well, they do exist. They are real people.
I just made a fake fat black lady squirt, and you
I
think
did that
this is
once.
not a skill?
I was at a show in the Poconos. It was a really weird name. It was definitely a black comedy club. It was like Big Ed's Laugh Factory or some shit, like, you know.
Oh shit, y'all got jokes in there?
All shit comedy club or some shit. Yeah, exactly. So like it was in the Poconos, which was the funniest. So we went and I was doing the show, and it was sparsely attended, but in the middle.
We gotta end the show before the sun goes down, y'all.
That's a good one. Like
you're in the black place at the Poconos.
So yeah, it
was you in a heart-shaped tub and two big black ladies. Go ahead.
Well, no, the thick ass beautiful black ladies. Like, I mean, god damn, right? And like I'm like, I don't know. And like they and the DJ and the other comics were kind of the only people in the crowd. Like there's like a handful of people or something, very sparsely attended. But like legitimately, I'm just like, I don't know. First of all, they bring me up with this like, hey, comedian Pat George, and it's like the DJ starts playing music and starts playing. I go, that's not my energy, guys. Yeah. He's giving you the wrong impression. That is not the energy I'm coming up here with. I am not. What's up, dog? You guys ready to laugh? Like, I'm not air horn guy. I'm not that guy. So, but I was like, I just said I was like, you guys happen to look like every single post I like on Instagram, and I'm so happy that you're here. I'm gonna be very distracted, like the flattery and stuff. But other than that, any material, they're just like, oh, that's fun. They liked me, but they didn't necessarily were like, they didn't really connect. So it was kind of like oh, you're so sweet, you're so funny.
I had that. I got on a show at, where was it? Was it Rutgers? I think it was Rutgers. I remember it being in New Jersey, and I remember like Gordon Bigger Bone or Alex Nicholas, one of them got me on it, and it ended up being like a black student event, and they liked me at first, but it was kind of a similar thing. They liked me when I was like fucking around, and then the second I tried to get into jokes, they were like, "This white boy weird," you know what I mean? It was like that was dude, literally to the point where I told one joke. And dude, one of the students literally, he like stood up. He went, "Oh hell nah!" And he stood up and he did this big dramatic walk out.
But that's what I'm saying. But that was like, and then everybody reacts to that, and it's like, okay, we can do this. We'll be a part of the show. But if it's like if at a show, there's no problems. I'm not worried about it. But if it's a comedy competition, I know for a fact that you're not voting for me for number one. That's totally fine.
Well, I realized with an environment like that. Because I do enjoy performing for black people. I do. It is fun. It is fun, especially when there's big ladies in the crowd. They make you feel so special. But like I'm remembering this giant auditorium of like black college students, and I'm just like, well, let me tell you my jokes. I'm like, I don't need to do this. You know, it's like, you know what I mean? It's a thing of like, it's not even saying whether it's good or bad. You're just like, you know, it's like it's not even like a thing of like good or bad. You're just like, oh, I don't have the skills or energy for this.
I don't have the energy. I was gonna say I don't have the energy for this. That's the thing. But you know,
that's
what will help my energy? I'm gonna go grab some coffee and probably pee in my cup too.
Hell yeah. Well, then I'll go pee after that. But I do want to. I influenced a little too hard, and
oh no,
I had a fun. No, it's funny. Go piss. What are you saying? Get out of here with your fake Gucci chain. We know you want to be a center of attention. You have to roast that guy as soon as he stands up. Yeah, that was like that. That would like be the part of it too, where because I remember I went out and they played Future. I don't know. There's a little part of me that's like, I need my little fucking artsy fartsy moment. Like I don't mind a chaotic room. You know what it was when I was new to stand up? It was like, dude, give me whatever you got. you know, because it's like I'm just happy to be in the room. I'm just happy to be in the room. So it was like, give me whatever you got. Now that I've done it a bunch of times, I've like, you know, I don't have this like that. This has definitely shifted for me, which is probably not beneficial for your stand-up comedy career. But I've done enough of the rooms I don't like to be like, I don't need to deal with that anymore. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's good or bad. It just is what it is. So like at the time, yeah, I'd be like, oh, I'll get this and go bam, 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 bam. Now, if I saw that, I'd just be like, I would still do it. If I got booked on it, I wouldn't leave or anything. But I would definitely preemptively avoid. It's because it's more about like the chaos of the room and shit like that. Because oh man. Oh fuck yeah, dude. It's more of like the chaos because like I remember I went out and they played Future. They played me out to Future, and I was just like, oh, I made some jokes saying like, oh, that didn't make sense, and then I was like, they should have played me to like some Bruce Springsteen, which the Future line got a laugh. I literally think the black college students didn't know who Bruce Springsteen was. I can't remember if that got a laugh or not. But then I was doing a bunch of shit like that. That got laughs. And then, yeah, like we were talking about before, it was like the second I went into jokes, it just didn't get laughs. I don't know. Yeah, again, it's probably not for my benefit, but I've definitely lost a little bit of energy on shows like that. Yeah, sorry. I've been getting into like Pokemon cards a whole bunch or just trading cards in general. Well, I want to get into Pokemon cards, but it's too fucking hard. I actually kind of want to make a video about it because I did the Big Red Rips video on my personal channel, and that did like kind of good. And I was like, oh, it'd be fun to do more. Well, it's the same problem I'm running into with the fucking food content, where I was like, I'm good at the food content. The food content's fun, but it's like it's not cheap. And it's the same thing with like the fucking. I did that Big Red Rips video. It was really good, but I dropped like $30 on cards and shit like that. So I'm trying to figure out more content, you know, where I can build up the views in the channel, but not drop a shit ton of money. And no, I was just like looking, I was watching this video about like Pokemon cards and how hard it is to find Pokemon cards. And I was like, I should go out and actually like see how hard it is to fucking find Pokemon cards. Cause it's like, if you go to like Target, and Walmart, you're not finding Pokemon cards ever. But I was like, there's a GameStop near me, which I don't know if they have the good stuff, but they always have Pokemon cards at GameStop. But no, it's also I think
it's also at Best Buy.
Really?
Yeah, it was like I think I was standing in line I can't remember what I was getting. I think I was like trying to get a memory card or a hard drive or something. And I was standing in line. And it was by the customer service. It was behind the customer service desk. And I think at HEB too. I feel like at those stores and stuff like that, they have them behind the customer service desk because people either are stealing them or.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what I got heavy into because I was telling them, I'm like, and I've told you guys a bunch, I'm way more into like the trading card content right now. And I got really deep into like scalper content. And it's just, dude, there's like scalper, there's response to scalper content. So dudes will camp out, like the scalpers will camp out at Target, and then guys will camp out at Target for the scalpers, and it'll just be like, but it fucking rules because they'll just the scalper will just get a shit ton of cards, put it in their shopping cart, and then the guy will walk up and just grab shit out of their cart and leave. And the guy will be like, what the fuck? And the dude turns and he's like, you're a scalper. What the fuck are you going to do?
Like, what? So wait, I guess I'm confused. What is scalping? Is he stealing him or is he just?
He's basically
he's hoarding them.
Basically what these guys do is they show up to Target early. Like, I don't know if they just camp out or they've got insider info and they find out when Target's going to put the cards out on the shelf and they just go and then they just get all of it and buy it all at the same time. And then there's like, be these guys who they have these like Pokemon card vending machines that dudes will go up and just buy as much shit as they can out of the vending machine, which I did see apparently Pokemon is working on anti-scalper tech where it it'll sense that they're trying to buy a shitload at the same time, and it'll just not let them, but still like charge their card in a way, so then they have to go to like refute it, and it just makes their life terrible, which I fully support. If you're trying to do all that, just anything that the companies can do to make your life fucking terrible. But yeah, they're basically showing up to the spot, taking everything, so like normal people can't just get a little bit.
Well, are they not? I guess that's the thing is, maybe this might be my, how the thing you were talking about with the stand-up thing and not knowing the time automatically every time, that when I was like, oh, this really annoys me when people don't have a concept of time after performing or something like that. And you're like, oh, I might be guilty of that. This one, I might be a little guilty. I might be on the scalper side. They're buying them. Like they're buying all the cards.
Yeah.
Right? Why aren't they allowed to do that? Or why are people mad? I understand being mad at them.
I'm
like,
here. Yeah. No, I got you.
Okay.
It's because the people who they're buying them to like just flip the cards and make a shit ton of money. So then people who
other people are too?
No, it's a card game. People want to just buy the cards and play the game.
But so they're just okay. So the people that are mad at the collectors over the people that are actually buying them to just sell them.
They're making it hard for casual people to just play the game like a normal human being.
Okay, so it doesn't have anything to do with like the rarity of the cards or anything like that, or the value. Like for other people trying to buy it, like they're not saying like I'm also trying to buy them so I can build a collection or whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean there are people. I did watch a bunch of videos. There are people there are saying that it's like they're not letting other people who are trying to collect and do this, and I go like, well, I don't know, man. It's a dirty game, and it's really popular right now. So I don't have a lot of sympathy for the people who are also trying to play the game, but they don't want to get as dirty. It's like that's the thing you chose. I'm just talking about like if I just want to, as a dude, I got off work, I want to go pick up a couple Pokemon cards, add to my collection, and then play the game and stuff like that. Every Target you go to, there's no Pokemon cards, just for casual fans. And that's like that's just the real, and you just get these guys who they don't even play the game. They're not even that passionate about it. They just know that if they find the right card, and honestly too, they're probably going to rip these packs, and they'll go through a bunch of cards that you could resell, but you're only going to make a couple bucks off of. And they're just looking for the cards that's going to make you like hundreds or thousands of dollars.
I guess.
And it's
here.
just
$24.
It's just a lot of people. What'd you say?
$12, $24. Like,
what are you looking at? What are you doing?
Just Pokemon cards. Like,
okay.
You know what I mean? Like, because that was the thing is like, I understand people being upset about like, because I hear it with shoes a lot of times with people. There's like the app that people have that like lets them know when a shoe's gonna drop, and then it's like randomized, and you gotta wait in line and all this other shit. Like it's like this whole experience for like Nikes and stuff. And I was like, I get that, but it's also because like you're upset when you don't get them because somebody else got them. I get that.
Sure.
But like, I guess that was the thing was like, you can order Pokemon cards. Like they're $12 here at Buda.
No, that's the thing. You said eBay?
No, Buda, Walgreens, GameStop, $24. Like there's like expensive packs too. But that was my thing is I get people being upset and wanting to like stop them. But if this guy like bought a cart full of cards and this other guy's like,
that's not what I'm talking
I'd be like,
about.
hey man, what the hell?
No, obviously you can go to like GameStop or whatever. I guess you're on Walgreens.com. I'm just saying it's like the scalpers are making everything annoying, and they're taking like a lot of the fun out of like the whole hobby and shit like that. Because that's what we were talking about before with like a lot of these hobbies. A lot of these hobbies get real popular, and they're people see it who just want to make a quick buck, and they just make it like suck ass.
They ruin it. Yeah,
they're the ones I'm talking. It's you know what I mean. It's like I said before. If you're trying to play that game, I don't really care if you're having a hard time. It'd be the equivalent of like every time you like every time you showed up to Whataburger, they were like, sorry, this guy just came in and bought all the food. It's like, yeah, you're allowed to do that. But like if you go to Whataburger every day and buy up all the food, it's like you're kind of being a fucking dickhead.
I would not be entitled to reach into the cash register and take money. That was my point. Was like saying I can be upset about it, but like if I go like if the person that bought all the Whataburger and I just went out to his bag and took some of his burgers out, I would be the 100% asshole in that situation, unfortunately.
I guess I know what you're saying, but
like you're stealing purchased goods. That's crazy. If he's like it, I know what you're saying, and
oh no. That's I'm not talking about stealing shit from him in the parking lot or anything like that. It's a guy who goes. It's a fucking grown man that doesn't give a fuck about the game, literally taking every single thing off the shelf. I hear what you're saying, but if that guy has, if people come up to him and kind of get in his face and take some shit out of his cart, that guy can suck my dick. I don't care.
But I have this, my toxic trait is assuming positive intent in most people, just at least trying to.
What?
What? Trying to assume positive intent.
When have you ever done that?
What do you mean? I was just about to do it.
You never assume positive intent. You chase people down in traffic.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But if you have this scenario with a guy, if he has a cart full of Pokemon cards, how do you know he doesn't work for a fucking children's charity?
Because that's never happened once ever.
How many times have you seen online a guy working a Pokemon card booth? A kid comes up, he's filming it. Kid comes up and goes, "Oh, I really want that Mewtwo rare foil, blah blah blah," and he's just like, "Here you go, you can have it." Obviously, he gets a lot of revenue on his stream. He gets a lot more views if he gives the little kid a fucking thing. It's not 100% pure, but how do we know that he's not one of those influencers that like, no, I bought these so I can go online and give them away to children?
Statistically, that is statistically improbable and unlikely and not a thing,
but not impossible.
Sure, but it happens so rare. The fact that you're pushing back on this is insane, is what I'm trying to say.
Hey, I'm just trying to just say, hey, maybe
I didn't know we were
stealing the card was.
I didn't know you and me were dating. This is the pushback you're giving me. Made me realize I didn't know we were dating.
And this is 100% serious. I've never met one human being in the world that has played the Pokemon card game. I have not met.
More of a you thing. Yes, you have. You met Lemaire. You met me.
He's played Pokemon? I thought he said he doesn't play Pokemon. He played Yu-Gi-Oh.
You said has never played it. He's played it. What are you talking about?
I just.
You've also met him. You also don't talk. How many times have you talked about Pokemon with people?
I mean, shit. Are you talking about middle school? Shit. Everybody that will listen. Anyway. But it was always like, I have these cards. It wasn't like necessarily.
No, you're right. You're right. All the scalpers at Target are going directly to children's hospitals, Pat.
I didn't say all of them, but there has to be. They exist.
I actually don't think they do. I bet you there's never been a guy. Like yeah, there's never been a guy in an ill-fitting shirt with a fucking mustard stain on it clearing out the shelf at Target who at any point did he make sure those cards went to a children's hospital.
Look, I will say this. This is my new thing too. Is I'm
talking middle. Oh, we're talking middle school.
We're talking middle school. Shit.
We're talking middle school. It's just the guy at the press conference. We're talking middle school.
We're talking middle school. No, I it's my new thing now. Is if it's
being a contrarian, like you're my girlfriend. On.
Three fingers. You have a girlfriend?
You're being my.
I would never do that to Steph. You break it off with Steph. If you want to be with me, you break it off with her first, okay? I'm not going to be the other girl. I ain't going to be the other girl.
That's not
not again.
The head pivot was nuts. It made me think you actually are my girlfriend.
It was a cat jarring head pivot. Hiya.
Kumars, do not talk to me like this. But yeah, Pokemon cards. It's been my thing. Oh, I wanted to show you this tweet. I've been going viral lately, and I hate it. It's actually really annoying because I've been tweeting
something in the air.
Must be something in the air. No, dude. I had this theory where have you seen the ballparks are doing they're doing the Stolen Valor 999 challenge.
What?
You're aware of the 999, correct?
Yeah, of course. Please.
Yeah, nine dogs.
It's not my first rodeo, baby.
It's what I do when I
was
wake
doing them
up
before they were counting them. Okay.
You're like, I do it to start my day every day. Every day I rip a 999.
Yeah.
No, so it's for anyone who doesn't know, the 999, you go to a baseball game and you do a beer and a dog every inning. And, you know, like every good corporation, they find a fun thing and they figure out how to co-opt it in the gayest way possible. So they're doing 999 challenges. The hot dogs, here, I'll pull up a picture of them, actually. Let me go to my bookmarks. Let me scroll past all this pornography. I am being funny, but the first thing that popped up was titties. There's some more. Where is it? Here, wait, let me find the one where it's just a picture. Oh, actually, I did want to tell you about this. They're putting hot dog stuffed crust pizza at Pizza Hut, Pat.
I did see that. I thought that was a joke at first.
I feel like stuff like that's a joke, and then people go like, "Hell yeah!" and they go like, "Okay, well, sure,
yeah,
you guys want that? We'll do that."
Yeah, I think they meme trained us, like where they're like, we're gonna just say we're making a hot dog flavored Gatorade, and if like it's not too crazy, we might do that. Yeah,
we kind of said that,
man.
You kind of said that with you said that with the Baja Blast pie, where they were like they kind of did it as a joke to see if people would actually want it.
Yeah, and I think they were just like, here you go.
Yeah, so basically you get at this ballpark, dude, one of the ballparks you only got a 16-ounce beer. At this ballpark you get a 24-ounce at least. And so you're like, okay, so it's 1 24-ounce and in between 9 cups, and these dogs are clearly cats are catting.
All right, we're back.
That was good stuff, dude.
What were you saying about hot dogs?
Anyway, hot dogs.
What were you saying about hot dogs and beer?
Anyway, I just made my cats into hot dogs. I'm gonna go murder my cats and let people make them into hot dogs. So it's 1 24-ounce can mixed between like 9 shots basically, and then those dogs are at best like 2/3, but they're really half a dog. So it's really like a 1 beer and like 4.5 dogs challenge, which I mean any adult could do without even trying.
Yeah. So wait, so those are just tiny cups, and this is in Philly too. Good Lord, Philadelphia! What are you?
Is it Philly
doing?
or is that just a Yingling?
No, that's they have the Philly logo on the cups.
Oh no, yeah, dude. Well, I think it's a thing that like every ballpark is doing. But so what was happening with me is I tweeted, so that goes out. I tweet that, and what did I say? Oh yeah, every time I see it, I just go stolen valor. Yeah. I was like, if you do this is stolen valor. And like that one went kind of viral. And then I had like 2 more about the hot dogs that went a little viral for me. Like one of them got to like 20,000, and then a lot of them were like 5, 6, or 7,000. And then so like I think my Twitter is just in an algorithm. So then I had this tweet. I saw this video, and I'm watching this thinking this is like an ump at a baseball game, and he just has this guy like he has this like kid. Here, wait.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Hey! Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
What the fuck's wrong with you? Do it! Hey, you just lost your job, homie. Get off my Andrew, I hope it right. Go down to your knees and quit resisting. Get out. Go to your knees, quit resisting. Where's the other fella at? That's ridiculous right there.
So
there's nobody else there with a gun that can shoot this guy in the fucking head, hypothetically.
So your head is in the exact same place mine is. So I
wish his was in a bunch of other places.
I retweet that and I go, why is this kid's dad and dad's friends not beating this guy to death?
Yeah. What do you? If my son got pistol whipped, brother, I'll take a bullet.
Bro,
bringing your throat away from your head as slowly and as methodically as possible. I'll bleed to death inside your open wound if I need to. I'd be
launching from the side view, like remember Riff Raff's Bodyguard, that video I showed you guys?
Yeah. He comes in sideways.
Yeah, I would just come in sideways and knock this guy out.
Yeah.
And so I shared that, and then that proceeded to get outside of my sphere of influence. Like I saw a bunch of people, and
holy shit, 445,000 K. Is that
bro,
what K is?
Bro, I'm fucking parking cars, and I go, oh shit, that's at like 300 likes. And then I park cars for a couple hours, and I was like, it says 7,000 likes. What the fuck? Because I see all these comments being like, it's not good to kill cops. I was like, wait, what? I thought he was an ump. I thought you could kill an ump, right?
Yeah. No. I don't care if this is a cop. You absolutely never ever pistol whip a child.
But here's the
never
thing.
ever okay. I don't care if that kid is trying to kill you. You don't pistol whip people. Bad police officer.
Here's the thing. That's a fun conversation to have. But I'm tweeting, and bro, the feds be watching our tweets. That's the thing. Lemaire, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We're probably on a sub list somewhere of accomplices.
Yeah. So I had to. But it's so funny because I just have everyone arguing down there, being like, actually, it's good to kill cops. It's actually good to kill cops. No, you shouldn't. So I have like anarchists, punks, and like conservative fucking Punisher logo guys just arguing in my comments, and I was like, I don't care about any of this. I was just making a joke.
Also, just to be clear, I can see in the post here it says a school resource officer. So we all know those aren't real cops either.
Not a real cop.
If they were real cops, they wouldn't assign them to not stop a shooter at a school.
So you know I put just for my own safety, because I was like, I am straight up because I've heard stories, and I was like, I don't, I got a little scared. I was like, so I posted this underneath it, and I go, my lawyer told me to post this. For context, I didn't read original post. I thought it was a baseball ump with a taser. I'm not telling anyone to beat a cop to death. I don't think people should beat a cop to death. Thank you for your time.
Let me also mention, it's a joke.
And then I go, let me also mention this is a joke. It's parody. I don't think people should beat cops to death.
Okay. I was just going to say, wait, was the clarity the joke, or was the original post the joke? Okay, good. And then you clarified that. And I was going to say also, like, just joking. Actually, you should. Haha. Yeah.
Someone who, well, dude, I had like a couple people from like political accounts where they're just like, oh, you're being a pussy. And I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not going to jail over a tweet.
Right. I don't think this isn't free speech. I was trying to make a joke, but also kind of relate to if somebody was doing this to my kid. And by the way, you never said cop. You originally, and I will say, even standing by the original idea of what you posted of saying, hey, this dude should be getting his ass beat. It doesn't matter if you're a cop, if you're a fireman, if you're a fucking a politician, a teacher, a truck driver, doesn't matter your profession whatsoever. If you're behaving like that towards a child in a fucking uniform, by the way, a child with his pants unbuttoned is also a kind of a weird look for everybody too. I think the fact that you're bear hugging this boy from behind and his pants are unbuttoned. I think it's like a.
Are you saying plot twist? Like the boy's going, no, I like this.
He's like, no. He's only gonna make it worse. He makes it worse if you fight him. Like I think this school resource officer should have been tackled and absolutely beaten for his behavior in this clip. Yeah. That's crazy. I don't care. The child is detained. Whatever you're doing has been accomplished. If you don't feel comfortable in that scenario, you might be doing your job incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. Just say, hey, maybe I should put my gun away. Nobody else has weapons drawn on me right now. And if they do have weapons drawn on them, shoot them. Nah,
that's hypothetically,
don't shoot them.
I don't. Yeah, these are all for. Yeah, no, obviously. It's just I always go. It was like the same logic where people, because also too there was someone I know that commented that like brought up my libertarianism, and he made a joke about me being a fair weather libertarian. I go, yes, the pinnacle of libertarian theory, murdering cops. I go, what?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Because it's also too like it's also it's like I don't know, man. I always look at this. Maybe I'm also probably being a little anxious about things like this. Like, but I always look at this. I go, God forbid, God forbid there's ever a moment of where an official entity that can put me in a cage lacks nuance. God forbid.
Like Lemaire did get multiple, you know what I mean? Like he did get multiple calls from like law enforcement agencies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they do check in on this stuff. So it's not a threat. It's not a inciting of violence. We're not calling for anybody to be injured. But in a scenario like this, it's crazy that everybody, and again, if a guy has a weapon put to my kid's head, yes, obviously I'm going to be like, hey man, you need to stop that. But once he hits him in the head with it, brother, you're like, as soon as I'm able to, I'm going to make sure that you pay for that, because that's fucking crazy, dude. That is crazy to do to a loved one, even a kid, a teenager, or anything. I can almost guarantee, and I have absolutely no context, so I don't know for 100%, but I would venture to guess whatever that kid and or other kids were doing does not constitute that behavior.
Yeah, clips like that always intrigue me, because I'm like, you see stuff like that and you go like, what? I'm always intrigued how they get there. Like I have such a brain of like de-escalation in certain scenarios. Like I experience it constantly at like the valet stand, because like when I'm in charge and I got guys running for me, I'll have guys be like, well, why'd you do that? They're not allowed to do that. I go, because like, I think I told you about it, where like dudes will just pull into the lane in the wrong direction. And it's like, and the guy will be like, well, I would tell him to like turn the car around. And I go like, okay, so this guy who already is clearly retarded and insane.
Yeah.
Like he went across like a busy lane of traffic and pulled into a valet lane reverse. So he's already retarded and insane. And then you want to like hold up this, well, it's the middle of a busy night. You want to hold it up and have him hit a Yui, like, which he's just going to fuck up. Or I could just get one of my guys I could take the dude's information. I get one of my guys and pop a Yui, and that's 1,000% simpler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't care about being right in this scenario. I care about like, oh, that guy's crazy. What do we do to make sure he doesn't get crazier? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like,
anytime that happens, anytime they're doing something wrong, or like I said, even the time I was at the Burger King and I'm like, oh, no tomatoes, and they put extra tomatoes. Like, but in the time when you order it, she goes, oh, that doesn't come with tomatoes. Don't even waste that time. We don't have to talk about what's right or wrong here. It would just be easier for both of us if I just fix this. And I go, hey, next time, if there's a next time you come around here, just the entrance come this way. And that's it. While you're getting into the driver's seat to fix the problem. That's it. That's all it takes. And then no issue whatsoever. Hopefully, if that person ever comes back, they remember, oh shit, I forgot. I go this way. Like, that's it. That's all you got to do.
Sorry, I agree 100%. I was looking through the comments on this post to see if there was any good ones. And this dude's always commenting on stuff. This made me laugh. Don't come to school tomorrow. Yeah. No, because the one, like the dude, he's a friend. I love him dearly, but he was like, because he goes, what kind of fair weather libertarian are you? And I just, as a joke, I go, how dare you? And then he goes, just saying. And it's like, so wait, were you actually trying to make a point? Because it's like, to me, it's the same as like when they tell libertarians where it's like, oh, you think taxation is theft? We'll see what happens when you not pay your taxes. And you're like, I got to be honest, I feel like that actually helps to prove my point in a weird way.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, you think, well, it's like, oh, you think weed should be illegal? Try to smoke weed. You're like, those are separate things. You know what I mean? Like my belief on weed doesn't, because this group that I deem illegitimate feels differently than me, I now have to become a victim of their tyranny. It's like, it doesn't track. You know what I mean?
Right.
I also too, I'm used to it at this point, because I can't tell you how many times people will be like, but libertarians, and they'll go A, B, and C, and you're just sitting there like, well, that doesn't describe them in any way. Like you got to figure out what their version of you are in their their version of you in their head is before you have a conversation with them anyway. Yeah, but yeah, man, this was a good episode today.
We did a great job. Everybody did a good job. Hands.
Great job, chat. Great job, Dunbar, Lost in the Sauce, all who have fallen to their jobs, losers. Derek, Triple G, the crew, St. Ivan, all the best people. Donald Trump 19461. What? You get you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President.
An honor.
It's an honor, Mr. President.
Mr. President.
It's an honor. You're my favorite. You're my favorite pedophile, Mr. President. All right, we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys later. We love you. Bye bye.
Bye.